Your sensitivity is not a flaw. It's your finest feature. It's not a weakness, but the whisper of power flowing through your soul. You were never meant to blend into the crowd, to grow calloused like the world. You were sent here to feel deeper, to love harder, to care when no one else does. That's not by accident. That's the evidence that you are chosen. The shocking truth, what the world taught you to suppress, is actually what makes you unstoppable. Before we dive in, if you've ever felt like your heart sees more than others, like your spirit carries burdens too deep to explain, you're not alone. You're being called higher. Watch until the end, and if this speaks to you, leave your warmest wishes and drop 999 or 333 in the comments to seal this message into your life. You've cried quietly when no one was watching, haven't you? You've stood in rooms full of people and still felt everything too loudly. Not because you're broken, but because you were never meant to be numb. This world conditioned so many to harden. But you're wired differently. You're tuned to frequencies most people will never hear. You feel the shift in the room before a word is spoken. You carry people's energy long after they've left. And while others have been told to get over it, you wonder why you carry such depth. That's not sensitivity. That's spiritual insight. That's divine wiring. That's chosen. You're not too soft. You're strategically designed. You're the one who notices what others ignore. The one who senses lies under polite smiles. The one who picks up on pain behind laughter. While the world moves fast and shallow, you move slow and sacred. Because that's what it takes to be who you are. Sensitivity is not the opposite of strength. It's the foundation of it. It's the core of empathy, intuition, and wisdom. And God trusted you enough to give you more of it. They tried to make you believe your emotions were a burden, that you were overreacting, that your tears made you weak. But here's the truth. Your tears are healing waters. They clear out pain others suppress. They cleanse the weight from your soul and make room for your next blessing. Don't hold them back. Honor them. Cry when it hurts. Feel when it's real. Because that's where your breakthrough begins. You've probably asked yourself, why do I always feel so much? Because your mission isn't surface level. You're not here to exist. You're here to elevate. You were sent to bring light into heavy spaces, to notice what's not being said, to see beyond appearances. That sensitivity is your spiritual radar. It alerts you to what needs healing, what needs truth, what needs love. And though it makes life harder sometimes, it's what makes you powerful beyond measure. You're not just emotional, you're attuned. You pick up what others miss, and it may feel overwhelming, but it's not punishment. It's preparation. Sensitivity sharpens discernment. It allows you to see the wolves in sheep's clothing. It helps you hear divine whispers through the noise. It shows you the truth behind appearances. And when you embrace that gift, instead of running from it, the real transformation begins. You're not meant to walk forward timidly. You're meant to stand in your sensitivity like a warrior wrapped in velvet. You've carried so much without recognition, felt deeply without applause. But the truth is, your softness is your sword, your tenderness is your torch. In a world that's grown cold, you are still warm. In a time where everyone rushes to disconnect, you still reach to connect. And that's not weakness, that's divine design. Stop letting hard-hearted people define your value. Stop shrinking because others can't handle your light. Your empathy is not excessive, it's expansive. Your intuition is not imaginary, it's insight. You were given these gifts because you're supposed to operate on a different frequency. The world may try to toughen you up, but heaven is trying to wake you up. You're not made for the mundane. You're made for the miraculous. You've spent your whole life trying to understand why you feel what you feel, why your highs are so high and your lows so low, why silence feels sacred and chaos makes your spirit ache. The truth is, your soul is wired for alignment. You sense when something is off, even when you don't have the words for it. That's not drama, that's discernment. That's not sensitivity, that's spiritual strategy. Don't you see? The enemy wants you to numb yourself, to tone yourself down, to shut off the very systems that make you alive. Because when you fully embrace your gift of feeling, you become unstoppable. You become a healer, a mirror, a messenger. Your presence becomes medicine. Your words become balm, and the world begins to shift around your authenticity. There's a reason the most spiritual people in history were also the most sensitive. It's not weakness, it's spiritual design. Moses felt too deeply to ignore injustice. Elijah, after calling fire from heaven, still sat in despair under a tree. Mary bore divine life and still carried sorrow. And Yeshua wept not once, but often. Over loss, over cities, over humanity. Sensitivity was never a flaw. It was the proof of their divine connection. And now, you carry that same thread. You've been set apart because of what you feel, not in spite of it. You feel energies shift in rooms before a word is spoken. You cry without knowing why, because your spirit recognizes battles even your mind can't explain. You've been told you're too much, but the truth is you're in tune. You're not fragile, you're finely tuned to the divine frequency most people ignore. And while others avoid pain, you absorb it and turn it into healing. That is your superpower. Your tears are not wasted. They've watered your path. They've cleansed old wounds. They've softened you where others hardened. Every time you broke down, you actually broke open. You learned how to carry light inside the cracks. You became a vessel. You didn't lose yourself in the pain. You found your calling through it. Because only those who feel deeply can heal deeply. And only those who cry in secret can carry peace in public. Yes, it's exhausting, carrying what others dismiss, loving when others hurt you, being the one who always understands. But don't numb yourself to survive. Your sensitivity is your compass. It alerts you when something is off. It guides you to the truth. It opens doors logic cannot. God trusted you with this sensitivity because you were never meant to live on the surface. You were meant to feel your way through the unseen. You've probably lost people, been misunderstood, told you overthink, overfeel, overreact. But the truth is, you just see deeper. You notice what others are too distracted to see. You sense what they silence. You heal what they avoid. And while the world may call that too much, heaven calls it divine assignment. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't harden just to blend in. You weren't made to entertain. You were made to transform. Your tears are sacred. Your softness is strength. And your ability to feel is the reason you've been chosen. Let others rush. You are the calm. Let them disconnect. You still care. In a numb world, you are still alive, still aware, still willing to love, to cry, to believe in redemption. That is not your burden. That is your crown. So wear it. Let your sensitivity be seen. Let your empathy speak louder than pride. Let your tears cleanse the world in ways your words never could. Because chosen one, your sensitivity is not a weakness. It's your gift.
Drop a follow and like the video if this resonates with you, and don't hesitate to cheer up and support fellow brothers and sisters difficult times in the comments. Chosen one, keep your head up and stay true to yourself, always with love.